some bandits surfaced in a viral video, and they were brandishing mint cash that was not available to millions of Nigerians at that time. They were brandishing it openly, and they were also carrying their weapons, saying that they have the cash and everything. And then we did not hear of any arrest at Bimbo. So I'm wondering, unless of course maybe something has changed, and then. So, like I said, I'm wondering when they make these viral videos, past videos, why has the police not been able to arrest them through such forensic analysis as they are now talking about? Now, aside this, Bimbo, now I remember I saw a very annoying video recently, very, very annoying. The Katsina state government openly negotiating with the bandits, and there was a reporter that did a report on it, and the way that reporter was reporting as if this is something very, very normal, as if the government was negotiating with the NLC or the TUC or something like that, and the bandits sat down very comfortably brandishing their weapons. And then I don't know what other word they could have used to refer to the bandits, at least to make those watching that report feel better. But referring to them as the bandit leaders and their supporters, they sat down with the government, they agreed on peace terms, they said that the road path to peace, this thing has been concession on the past peace efforts, and all that. It went on and on and on as if he was talking about something very, very, very normal. Like I said, even if you have to negotiate with these people, even if it comes to that, do you have to make it look very normal? And by splashing it in the news, a reporter covering it and making it look as if, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I understand.
A reporter making it look.
But are you sure that reporter, is it, number one, is it a credible station? Is it a credible
well, they give it one Hausa, they give the station one Hausa name. I don't know, maybe a private station in Hausa, somewhere in Hausa land.
Are we sure that reporter too is not part of them?
No, it's not part of them. They actually showed pictures of it was the local government chairman that was organizing the peace deal. And he was there, himself and his officials. They showed them, and they also spoke. There were inserts as to what they said. They spoke. The bandits themselves spoke, and then they even told us what they were. The government chairman was even telling them the gathering what he had done before in the fulfillment of their own part of the peace deal, and that included giving the bandits money, giving them motorcycles, and other things that I cannot remember now,
including food.
And was reading all that out as if that is like a local government chairman reading out the achievements of the administration. How did we get here, Bimbo? How did we get here? Like I said, I was thinking that couldn't there be maybe a more subtle word that could have used? Now imagine, Bimbo, if a Yoruba reporter, Yoruba language can be very strong when we are translating. If a Yoruba reporter were to do that report and then in Yoruba, now referring to the bandits now, he will now say, ìgbà tí alága ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ nígbà tó ń bá àwọn ìjàrá ọlọ́ṣà náà sọ̀rọ̀, ó sọ fún àwọn ìjàrá ọlọ́ṣà náà pé àwọn ti fún wọn ní oríṣiríṣi nǹkan láti rí pé àlàáfíà ìjọba, olórí àwọn ìjàrá ọlọ́ṣà náà àti àwọn tí ó tẹ̀lé wá. You can imagine, Bimbo, because that is what bandit means in Yoruba. Ìjàrá olè, ìjàrá ọlọ́ṣà, armed robber. So I don't know how we got here, like I said, Bimbo, and we expect young people to we want to teach them that crime does not pay.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. And imagine if our veteran Yoruba newscaster and translator Baba Ni Yoadidiji wants to translate that, you know how he would put it, you know.
And Baba
Onolapo Bolagun, yes. Well, this one here, I'm sure it is also talking about the youth here. Lagos police crush kidnap syndicate operating from hotel. Uncover foreign links, travel links, recover vehicles and weapons. And I can see a picture speak here of one of the vehicles that was apprehended. For many weeks, residents of Jakonde Estate, Okeafa, and parts of Okota lived under a cloud of anxiety. Nighttime journeys became exercises and caution as reports of armed kidnappers targeting motorists spread across the communities. Unknown to many residents, the group responsible for the attacks had established a discreet operational base in a hotel within Bokno Estate, Isolo. To hotel workers and other guests, they appeared no different from ordinary visitors behind the walls of their rooms. However, investigations later revealed they were coordinating surveillance missions, selecting targets, and planning kidnaps. The discovery of the hideout followed a police operation that dismantled the gang during a gun battle at Jakonde Estate Gate on May 24, leading to the death of 4 members. And while kidnapping has long been associated with insurgents and armed groups operating in remote parts of the country, security agencies have increasingly confronted organized criminal networks operating within urban centers. That is the kind of operation that happened with the sister of the governorship candidate of the APC, Adebayo Adelabu, in Ilewura Challenge about 3 or 4 days ago. Yes. Some cabals, some criminal gangs are in the cities now operating. Yes.
Like I said, because the authorities have allowed kidnapping for ransom to appear very lucrative, and more young people are being drawn to it. And well, in the case of back to those that were arrested in that viral video in the FCT, well, something the police always fail to do, their sponsors, those who put them out to it, those who provided them with walkie-talkies, and they bought it themselves, where did they buy it, and how did they have access to such gadgets, the military camouflage, and where did they get it? So those are all the things I think the police should be doing. And
they can buy the camouflages. You know why I said that? There was a guy that was arrested by the army. He was not arrested. There was no checkpoint, but they saw that he was wearing the trousers of a camouflage, army camouflage, and they now accosted him. You know, they stopped him on a bike, and they asked him, "Where did you get this camouflage?" They saw it was the real army camouflage. He said he bought it from Europe, under the bridge.
Okay, so if it's available at Iworu, then the security agency should go there. That whoever is selling that camouflage at Iworu shouldn't still be in business as we speak. And okay, still on crime, Bimbo. I participated in killing only 4 people. Arrested cult leader. He's talking as if he was killing chickens. And he's trying to justify himself that after all I killed only 4 chickens, and so I should be let off the hook. That's what he was trying to say. So for you to know how cheap life has become.
That word, only 4 people.
His name is Emmanuel, and well, he's part of those that have been troubling Ajagbadi and Ilobo, all in Ojo area of Lagos State. More than 10 people have been killed during attacks and reprisal attacks by rival cult groups. And one of those arrested, Emmanuel alias Oblo, chairman and one of the leaders of the New Black Movement, popularly known as the Aye Confraternity.
New Black Movement, I think that is a misinformation. New Black Movement is Black Axe.
Well, they call them, they call them Aye Confraternity.
Black Axe, it is Black Axe.
How come you know them so well, Bimbo?
No, we had news everywhere. I don't know them.
Well, Emmanuel has claimed that he was only involved in the killing of 4 members of rival cult groups, but his gang has been linked to the killing of more than 10 people around Ajangbadi, Shibiri, Ishashi, Ilobo, and other communities. So if youths are going to remain to reclaim their country, these are some of those that will be a clog in that wheel of progress. These ones are going to be a problem when it comes to youth reclaiming their country. But the good ones, I hope, will be able to rise up to the challenge thrown by Mr. Peter Obi.
Well, now you said how come I know these people so well? Well, I can give you, let me just recount. Well, there were cult groups then when we were in school. The pirates, Buccaneers, the Black Axe, and yes, confraternities. Now, there was a time when there was an attack on some student union leaders at the Obafemi Awolowo University. Then, when 5 union members were killed, including I think was it General Secretary. No, it was not Legacy. Legacy was I was the one that went to cover. I was going to Ife almost every day to see events as it was, occurring, and it was now found out that it was members of the Black Axe, known as New Black Confraternity. New Black had been on for a long time, all the way from Benin. They came to operate in Ife. So the Aye just came. When did Aye enter the scene? But let's just leave that. But I know that Black Axe, known as New Black Confraternity, is always known as Black Axe.
And then the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers too.
I remember, not that you took us that memory lane to those days in the university. I remember how I was we were in the final year at that time in the university, and now we inadvertently supported criminal activity and in our blissful ignorance. I will explain. Now, we were about to take our final exams. So then something happened on campus. I think was it acute water scarcity now, and students at the junior levels wanted to protest, especially those that had just come in. They were all excited. It was all about the excitement of our Luther and all that, and we had seen all that, and then we were tired of school. We wanted to just do our exams and leave. Now, there were these new students and the mid junior level students wanting to cause something down, to cause the authorities to shut down the school at a time we were about to start our exams. So something happened the night before the Aduta was to take place, Bimbo. Those amongst us that belong to cult groups, I think they quickly met with themselves in the dead of night. They hijacked a bus, one of the buses belonging to the school, in the dead of night around 2 a.m. and they went from hostel to hostel where the students' union leaders live and kidnapped all of them. Well, in those days, I think, they were violent in those days too, but then, unlike now, I'm sure they would have murdered, if it's not, they would have murdered the union leaders, but they just kidnapped them and then took them somewhere. They were to hold them hostage and make sure that they do not declare the Aluta, the riots planned for the next day. Well, unfortunately, the other side, we were happy because we were also a final year, and then so the course members that were also final year students were the ones that did what I said they did. So in a way, we subtly supported what happened, although we couldn't speak out in front of them. The others who were in the majority. Of course, we know what will happen if we dare say that we supported. But well, they got rid of it, and immediately they mobilized themselves, even at that dead of night, and not fearing the cultists to be able, they stormed the place where the union leaders were being held, and they freed them. But I'm just telling you that the way we supported that action, despite the fact that it was not right for them to have done that.
And you supported it unknowingly.
Because we wanted to graduate, and we didn't want them to shut down the school. But in any case, in case you are wondering how it ended, eventually the union leaders were able to get to sit down with the school authorities, and it was amicably resolved. Water was restored the very next day, so there was no Aduta again. At Judge's absence, quick some more headlines here. Judge's absence stalls judgment in suit seeking deregistration of ADC, Accord Party, and others.
I have this one here, still talking criminality here. Some bandits invaded the Igbosi area of Idogun in Ose, local government area of Ondo State, destroying 2 buildings and kidnapping a 9-year-old boy in the early hours of Friday. And it was gathered that the bandits entered the community at about 1 a.m., shooting sporadically to scare residents. They reportedly destroyed 2 houses before picking up the victim and whisking him away to an unknown destination. The boy, identified as Oluwatobi, is said to be the son of a pastor in the community, Isaac Oluyole.
And in case, for those who may be accusing the Muslim community in Oyo State of complicity, especially regarding the demands being made by the unscrupulous abductors of Oluyole students and their teachers. It says Oyo Muslims reject alleged Sharia demand by abductors. Oyo Muslims reject alleged Sharia demand by abductors. Plan special prayer for kidnapped victims, and that's come from the Muslim community of Oyo State. And they are rejecting the alleged Sharia-related demands reportedly made by abductors holding school children and their kidnappers. So they are telling us that the Muslim community has nothing to do with this.
Yes, I think that is a clear, retraction of what is on ground. People will be believing, people will be thinking that, these Muslims, they have come, you understand? But I like the clearance here now. Don't forget oddities, matrimonial oddities.
Well, the book of matrimonial oddities here. Before that, it says bandits collected 3 million naira, phone victim's cloth, then announced his death. That's coming from the family of slain Zamfara Federal Government College teacher. And from the book of matrimonial oddities now. Well, it's Saturday. My husband claimed he had sound sleep when drunk, beat me from 9 p.m. till 5 a.m. This one says my wife is stubborn, finds it hard to say sorry. Man tells court. And the last child is not mine. I want divorce, says man. Oh, you know what defense the wife put up? I'm sorry, says wife.
Yeah.
And a woman drags husband to court for renting out her bedroom. But are you? Well, different strokes for different folks. But I've never been in support of a man and woman sleeping apart. I mean, when they are married. So although there are some couples that prefer that they have their separate rooms, if you have your separate rooms, I think you'd always sleep together as a couple. Maybe that was what the man was trying to do, to compare us to come and sleep in the same room with him. That's why he rented out her bedroom. And my husband beats me, disrespects my parents. Woman tells courts. Let's open the phone line. So much for the book of matrimonial oddities.
070-5555-1985 or 080-5500-9850. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Joe Michael.
I want to say a very to you. The issue of this currency, we have been saying it's not even only this radio station. Everyone knows what is the same, right? The government should wake up and do something. Been talking about the ingredients from reduce this and that. How long now? I think they have been there since May 15. I think May 15 have been. So they should do something urgently. Look at what is happening now. Even some churches are even saying that there should no fit there, there is nice this and that. So before this thing gets out of hand, they should do something urgently. God bless you. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you very much. Actually, today is the 22nd day. They will be in captivity. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Judy.
One thing is, those kidnappers, those bandits who are no longer in that we recover it. That's for sure. Except some few one by one, they will be standing with the children. Most of them must have gone because they will not be sitting there expecting government to come and catch them. And we all know this. So all those terms and conditions are just to scare the government. They want money and they want their people released. That's the basic thing. Which I think is simple. Give them the money. You know how to track money. You release their people. You know how about to. You are here. There are some things you get executives in. This show will release some regional leaders, but they have misinterpreted them like 6 weeks after. Those guys before they can just die. So that kind of thing. So government wants to do all these things. You know, it cannot be teaching them their job. It's government job. They have to do all these things. But you want to save life for and those type of things. Then the religious leaders of the north and their traditional leaders, they should want their children. One thing is, no tribe really and ethnic group leaders raising up against these people. Like the time all the folks rise up against them, they should be like Hutu and Tutsi. So they should want them. They are threatening the lives of other ethnic groups in this country. And at the time people rise up against them, they will not find it funny. So thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. I pray very hard, and Mr. Jide, I know you also are praying that it will not get to that. That is a descent into chaos. Like I said, I'm against the profiling of any ethnic nationality, and I believe that Nigeria can actually work, even as it is. It's about us.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, my brothers.
Good morning.
A lot of talk that been given for many years. Like good Nigerians want to know these people behind these horrible things you are passing through. We want to know them. I will say, if you want to discern to you, get to the tap root of it. Who are these people? They must be mentioned. People that are voting for you, for God's sake. People that will be in the sun and in the rain. And when we get there now, all these things, we want to know these people. Because if we don't know them and we do something for them, this thing will continue. We want to, this is what good Nigeria was right up. We want to know them. So that then, they are talking of Syria. Is this what we will do when you have that law now? To kidnap people, to be raping people, or to be killing people? Is this what we call Syria? So this talk, and it is the great cheating, or a certain type of the carrying girls. You see like small children. And we people that are not advising, we have nothing to defend ourselves. And we must rise up this upon this. We have talk is enough. Life is so precious, and that's not to give it. That's it.
Oh, he didn't tell us his name and where he's calling from. Well, Sharia, for those that subscribe to it, and in parts of the country where they subscribe to it, of course, it's not about rape, it's not about killing, it's not about murder. In fact, it is intended to stop those things.
Yes.
These ones have simply chosen to be the criminals that they are. And my opinion here, I keep saying it, they are not Muslims.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Akomba. Good to have you, sir.
God bless you, Professor Tola Teriba, for your comprehensive analysis on what that teacher wrote on the board of the page. The statement, like you rightly said, is pregnant with meaning. It's quite motivational and inspiring. Now, my question: what is Governor Shemima Kide doing about the freedom of these people in captivity? Shemima Kide as the executive governor trusted with the security of the people of Oyo State, continue to follow the dictates of his assemblymen on not negotiating with these bandits at the expense of the thieves in the jungle. Just to imagine now, I am not from Oyo State, but in the real sense of it, we are one people, the same Yorubas and Nigerians. If I may ask, what is the driving of banning or cattle hiding from 5:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. on the issue of land? What if, let me ask you, what if these other world people cannot perpetrate between the hours of 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m.? At times, the decision of our leader appears illogical to me. The house is on fire, and you are digging the gutters. What are the relevance? Let's not do work on how to free these kidnapped teachers and students. That's the most important thing.
Thank you very much. Actually, it is not only the job for our governor, he is doing his best, yes, in collaboration with the security agencies.
And actually, Mr. Kombiadebe, it's not as if he's not negotiating, but you must also have heard how unreasonable the demands of the abductors are. They are making certain demands that that cannot possibly be met. So I believe the negotiations will still go further, maybe to make them further see reason. It's not as if the option of negotiation is not being explored. That is why we are able to learn of what they are asking for.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, good morning.
My name is Kabari Family. I speak from Lagos.
Good to have you, sir.
I've had in the new election the Oluyole state government has taken. That is not the solution at all. Now, okay, now we are now talking about these people, the Okada people not even working overnight. Can you imagine a situation where you have this many of these Okada moving in the community to kidnap students from the school, and they will leave after some hours, and nobody will detect them, especially the security agent. So what are we now talking about? When you have these security agents that are already compromised, how can you now start talking about taking some measures and you think it will work? Do you know that the new directive that even these bandits are even truly in the hand of the federal government itself? Because someone even said that Wiki has even said he would deal with Sirimati. And if you can see, and some people are even talking about Sokyo, some people are even bent on even bringing this bandit issue to bring down this government. So it's a complex, very much more than what the government has done. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Wike threatening to deal with Governor Shimakide. There are so many ways you can deal with someone. It doesn't mean that he is going to resort to crime. And again, the Okada riders, they can operate between the hours of 5:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Rice, my name coming back now.
Good to have you, Mr. Ishola.
Hello, are you with me?
We are with you, Mr. Ishola.
According to you, said those people that are killing people or those bandits or terrorists, they are not those way. But whenever they kill their teaching, whenever they kill them, they say, I am the right, they say, Ada Harba.
That doesn't make them Muslims. That doesn't make them Muslims. They can hide, so unfortunate, and we lost that call, but everybody can hide under the garb of religion to perpetrate crime.
Crime, yes. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I think it's better they seek for international help to rescue these people. Because they said they want to be in attacking them, so dangerous. Let them, there are certain chemicals they can use. They use it for wild animals to take them to the soup. They won't sleep now. So let them call for international something. Because those children, I don't feel okay since that time. I'm telling you that this is terrible in this country.
Yes, I believe Nigeria, like you said, Nigeria can seek international help. I think we have AFRICOM, at the Gulf of Guinea. Yes, that dealt some blows to some hideouts of some terrorists in Sokoto State some